Hello everyone, I'm ImTyrellKuz and welcome back to part 3, which is the Photoshop tutorial of making a Minecraft graphics, depending on if it's a wallpaper or a banner. Now first off, I'm going to be starting with just some render effects for you guys to, get you a little bit started. So I've actually got the Flash and Aether render workspace right here, so if you guys don't have it, I'll show you the render effects in a bit. But basically, everyone wants to see stuff like the glowing lines and crap, so I'm deciding, you know what, I'll show you guys anyway how to do it. And it's pretty much something that's become really popular within like a couple weeks or even months. So I'll be showing you guys how to do some stuff extremely similar to this. So once you get the hang of it, you'll become decent in the future. So first off, what you actually want to do is you want to Control and J to duplicate the render itself, and what you want to do is go to Filter and Filter Gallery. Now what you'll have here is an actual the panels, but what you want to have here is in Stylize there will be glowing edges, and you want to set glowing edges to around 2, 6, and then 5. And plastic edges, plastic wrap should be an artistic, and what you want is highlighted strength 15, 10, and 5, but you want to have glowing edges on top here. It will definitely change things, because if you have it underneath, that will happen and it'll have a different effect. So you want to have glowing edges on top of plastic wrap. And once you have that up, to actually get the second part, so if you have plastic wrap, then you just have to press new effect layer, and then you can do the glowing edges, and that's about it. So after that happens, I'll just reload this. So after you have that, press OK, and it should pop up like this. So what you want to do is you actually want to go to Linear Dodge Add and head over to your eraser. Then put it on the more of a softer brush, and you want to change the size to however you want. I'll probably change mine to around 700 or 600, so I can. Some of you guys will see in a sec, but I'll put my opacity to 70, so it'll only decrease around 70% of the actual stuff. So what you want to do here is you'll actually just go around just getting rid of some of it, and once you do that, you'll see that there are some differences. Now you have to, after you get rid of it, you'll have to re-click again to, kind of like a brush. So you kind of have to keep clicking and stroking it to remove some of the parts. So I have to keep doing this here. I'll just get rid of it down here a little bit. I'll leave that there though. I'll get rid of here, and I get rid of the ones around the face, since I don't like it there as much. So there we go. So if you do this, you'll see that there's definitely a difference here within having the the plastic wrap and line the glowing edges. So I'll just quickly do that, and yeah, see, it definitely puts up more of a difference. So what you want to do here is you actually want to merge it next, just so it's there. So then what you want to do here is you actually want to grab your what you should do here is, in your paintbrush, you should have it set to this brush, which is this first one here. And what you want to do here is actually you should go to the brush preset stuff. And that would be, this is still the same brush, but what you want to have is on transfer, you want to have pen pressure, and you want to keep it like this. I'll give you a second to look. And then you want to have smoothing on. So that's what it should have, and then you're pretty much all set. But then you want to keep it on 10, because this is rendered in 4K, so that's why this is a 4K render workspace, and this is a 4K render, so this will definitely you'll have to change the size depending on how your render is. So if it's on like a 1080p, you might want to change it to 3 or 5. But I'm keeping it on 10 because I am using a 4K render, and that's something else. But what you want to do here actually is, first, before you actually, so you'll actually want to save it for after you have it, or you can just keep doing it every time you want. But what I'm actually going to do here is you actually want to have some light sources coming from just whatever you think would be glowing. See, as the spider eyes are like that, I'll probably have it glowing. So what I'll do here is I'll actually put it on around 300, so I can still have a I can still move it a bit around. So then I'll actually change this to kind of a red, a very lightish red. But I'll move that to here, and I'll probably put it around here. And we'll just quickly see. Yep, that's good. So we'll do that. We'll just do there, and there, and then we'll do that. And then what you want to do here is you're gonna have to keep changing it a bit. I might put it on screen, but then I'll put its thing on 10. Maybe I'll change it to 20 and see how that is. Yeah, I think 20 is good. So 20 has a more visible glow that you definitely can see, and you kind of want to just do that for around the other places. So with the eye, I'll show you how to fix it up if it's a bit dark. So what you want to do here next is you actually want to, I'll quickly, so this is white. I'll go to blue and I'll put it as a very light one. And then I'll just do this. And that should definitely, that should be good for now. So a lot of people have this little bit down here where the eye is actually really dark. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to grab the, what is this? This is the Polygon Lasso tool. And you can just faintly see, you know, the outline of the eye. So what you want to do here is actually, you'll grab the edge of where you can see the eye. And you should, actually I think that wasn't the edge. So what I'll do here is, again, I'll redo it. So what you want to do here is here, 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 and then there. So once you have that, you should have more of a more visible line here to show that that's what you've selected. And then you just want to fill it in with white, I believe. You can do it with the other one if you want, but it doesn't really matter. But you want to have it on kind of like, I guess, soft light, just to put, just to see it a little bit more. But then what you want to do here is you actually want to redo this part here. So you'll get a new layer, and actually, you'll have this part. So what you want to do is you actually want to have it just actually white. So that's what the so that's kind of like where the eye is. So that's kind of the outline, and that's what you'll see. So you can see the you can see the outline and stuff. I'll just quickly erase this part on the outside so it doesn't have this glow here, because I don't like that. And then you have here, which is your rectangle, or your very white light. So what I'm going to do here is I'll change the size again, and you basically just want to slightly erase it a little bit from a distance, so it still has the so it still has the shadows, but you just want to keep doing it till you reckon it looks good. So I'm gonna do it around there, I guess. See, it now looks, I guess, slightly more thing. I'll just do it here a little bit more, and that should be good there, I guess. Yep, that should be good for now, because it won't matter in a bit. So basically, that's what they're actually, that's fine there, I think. No. Yeah, that, I reckon here or this one should be fine, but we're just gonna keep it like this so I guess you guys can see it. So you can keep going on how much you want. It doesn't really bother me, because you guys, it's really gonna depend on what you guys choose. So yeah, so I'll just leave it like that. There we go. That's good there. So now you can see the eye more visibly, and that should be good. So there you go. So that's what your eye is gonna look like, just to fix it up. And we're gonna merge these layers. No, never mind. We're gonna keep these layers separate. For now, actually. What is this part? This is the eye, and we're gonna leave it like that. So what you want to do next is you actually want to grab, like I said, your pen tool with the other brush that you have set up, and you want to go to pen tool. And then what you want to do here is you want to create a new layer, because you've just because you've just used this layer. So what you want to do is see how this, you want to do it mostly on the glowing things, or the stuff that you'd reckon glow would end up actually showing. So I'll do it around here, and you want to just basically connect it like this, and you want to press strict path, and you want to have stimulate pressure on brush. So that would come up like that, but I've actually have it here. So there we go. You have to make sure it is selected on the correct color, and then you want to delete path. So that's what this will look like right now. But give me a sec. What you want to do is you want to keep doing it for the other stuff as well. So I'll stroke path here and delete, and then you just want to do this. So you want to keep going basically in spots, but you don't want to, sometimes don't fully reach up to the end, because sometimes it'll look better if it doesn't. So you want to delete that path, and you want to kind of do the same for that. It can be symmetrical if you want, but it doesn't need to be. I would recommend kind of doing it the way you want, of course, and then you want to strike the path there, and then delete. And we'll do down here as well. Should we go, we'll go like this. We'll go start from here. This is halfway, so we'll kind of go around here. So stroke path, delete, and we'll kind of do the same thing for here. Stroke path, okay, and delete. So once you have that, that should be good there. You can have it much lighter if you want, but it really just depends. So if I go to lightness, you can pretty much, yeah, you can change it. It doesn't matter. But what I'll do here is I'll show you. What you want to do is you want to press Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, but you want to go to blur, Gaussian blur, and have it set on 15. So you should have it like that. And then what you want to do is go back down to the original hard layer. You want to press Ctrl J again, put it over. So it's kind of like, it's going to be hard, soft, Gaussian blur, and then hard. And then you want to actually Gaussian blur this, you want to duplicate it again, and then Gaussian blur, but then you want to have it on screen. And I'll just duplicate the Gaussian blurred layer again, but then you want to have it on overlay. And then you want to go back down to the original layer where it was hard, and did I press Ctrl J? No, yeah, and then that should be it. So you should have around 3 layers of hard and 3 layers of soft, I believe. And then that should be good right there. Then what you want to do is you can just merge it if you want. And the good part about it is when you actually do it, because this part is for the spider that you can see, but you should do it for like every other part as well if you want. But what you can do here is if you press Ctrl U, you can have your hue, and the thing is you can change it to whatever kind of color you want. See, it looks good depending on which colors you have. Like this color looks really cool as well, but default is decently well as well. But you can change it pretty much to however you want, and it won't really matter. So just make sure you have a good color. See, like the lighter colors are definitely a lot better. So if you have purple, it's pretty good still. So what you can do is I'll just press cancel actually, and what do you want to do here? See, that's just how you do that part. So I've shown you how to do the lines, but you also want to do it in other spots like this, because it will definitely put differences on the way that stuff is made, or the way anything you have is being made. And you will want to bend it at some point. So what I'll do here is I'll stroke path, delete path. I'll just make sure, yeah, so this layer is different from the other ones, and you just want to keep going basically around these spots. So there we go, we're going to stroke path here, delete path, and then we'll actually have them here. So we're going to go on the inside of the things, we're going to stroke path, delete, and you basically, yeah, like I've said, you just want to keep doing this till you get a really good look on your strokes. So after I finish this, I will see you all in a second. Okay, so we are here. We have finished the lines, and pretty much anything that I'd reckon looks good. So I just put some here just because, and basically anywhere that has a light source like golden apples or anything like that, you should have a kind of like a light source going towards it, even if it's like glowstone, but anything like that. See how my symbols are blue on my knife? It glows up actually, and they should emit light from it, so it will have kind of a light source there, as well as the I have put a little bit of just strokes there for no reason. But after that, you should end up having your strokes here. And once you do that, you actually want to go over here and go to render effects, and now you have to select one that looks best with, actually, before I do that, what you want to go here is, yep. So you actually do want to select one of these. Now, number 5's okay, and number 4 is as well, but I reckon I might end up using number 3 for this. And yeah, I reckon I'll use number 3. So what you want to do here is you actually want to merge all these, and that will cause it to, you know, kind of get rid of this, but it will smooth it out. And then what you want to do here is you want to go to Liquify. And once that happens, this should open up, and it should look like this. So what I'll do is I'll set my thing to, depending on the size, I'll have to keep sizing it up. And I'll just kind of make things more not squarish, I guess, if I can put it something like that. So what you want to, yeah, just keep mucking around with it, and it should come out well on some of these, depending on what you're using. Crap. So I'll just move this over here, and I'll just slightly do that up and that out. So down here, I'm going to size this down to around 400. Yep. And I'll just do that. Make it a little bit more, you know, roundish, I guess I can say. And there we go. And I'll just round this off to give it a better look. And since the glowing edges are on the render, it actually won't, it'll bend along with it, so it will have a lot more, it'll be easier, so you don't have, you see how people have these like weird curved ones, like yes, you'll do it, sure, you'll do it here, but it's better off to have it in here so you can merge it along as that as well. So after that, you've got okay, and there you go. So that's what your render should look like, and it should, yep, it should turn out well for you if you have it like that. So there we go. So that is the first part of the Photoshop tutorial. Actually, before I finish it off, there is one more thing I forgot to do. What you have to go here is, you guys might have, what is it, stylized oil paint. For some reason, oil paint decided to just pop up now when I've been trying to use it. Now, yeah, see, it comes out like that. You're gonna want to play around with it, I'm guessing. I'll just look here. If I go to stylization, I'll put it to, okay, so cleanliness. You'll probably put it all the way to max. And, yeah, it's really weird, but you'll just play around with that yourself. But what I have here is this. It's a plugin. I can't remember where it was from, but you want to just use this one. So this is like oil paint, but I guess it's a more easier version for me because I just have to change its settings on whatever I like. So it should end up giving it kind of like, see, it's kind of like flat squares and stuff. But if you do this, it'll kind of blend it in, I guess. It's more of a, I guess people have that drawnish feel. It will also kind of blend the light to have more of an easier feel to it. So once you do that, it'll remove the noise, or however this effect does work, and it should give it a more smoother look, and it'll definitely put a little bit more onto your render. So pretty much after this is done, I'll do Control-Alt-Z and Alt-Control-Shift-Z, or basically redo and undo it, so you can see the differences between the first version of the render with and then without the oil paintish looking feel. And then that I'll just leave this for the part 1 of the Photoshop tutorial. So it gives a little bit of a difference. It blends more things in, so you can see here that the spider as well has also decided to has blended in, and it definitely puts more. It gives more effects to it. So I'll leave this here for part 1 of the Photoshop. This is part 3 though, out of the all videos I make, but this is part 1 of the Photoshop sequence. So I've just shown you render effects in this part, and I'll continue to show you more throughout the other episodes. So I'll leave this off for you now. Hopefully you get this done, and then you save it and do whatever you want, and then I'll continue to make the other parts. So I'll see you all in my next episode. Peace out, everyone.